This piece of cardboard is the start of another project. What I'm doing is making a template for a door. And it'll be similar to the perspex we've got here on the back that we put on. So we're going to make a door for each side. I will use hinges similar to these. These are stainless steel hinges which will work very well. So we'll fasten them on in a similar way, using the side guards that we have, and then I've got to work out a catch arrangement. I don't think I'll use this type of catch arrangement. They were expensive. That was £26 just for that, and I don't think that would work anyway. And what I've also got is this teak which came out of the shower. I've got quite a bit of this stuff, and this will act as a jamb for the door to go up against. So this would also enable me to have some sort of catch arrangement on it. So my 2 sheets of perspex have arrived. This is a bronze perspex, can't tell, but its cover's on. And then we've got our CAD template. So I just need to make sure that that actually fits and it's in the shape that we want it to be before I transfer that to one of the sheets, and then we can cut that out and see how that fits. I've got to work out then what we're doing relative to the hinges and fixings. These are the hinges we've ordered for the new doors. This is a sketch of roughly what we're planning to do. So this is the fixed upright. This is the fixed perspex screening around the aft deck. This is the hinge. That will be bolted through with 4mm countersunk bolts with the nylock nut on this end, and this end of the tang, the long end of the tang, onto the new perspex, which runs at an angle towards the hull, side of the hull, which is down here, and that's the teak jamb that we will fit. And this is bolted again with 4mm countersunk stainless steel bolts and nylock nuts. That hinge in that orientation will give us enough angle for that, and then give us a sweep right around so it can bring it back to fasten against the side of the hull here. So that's the plan. Right, so we've got our CAD template, and I've also made some little cardboard hinges just to test where we want this to be. Cable out of the way, and so the hinges will fit to the outside of this upright. Cable's in bloody way. So they will fit like that, and that will fit there. So that matches in there. So that's the extent of that. And look, Kit, there's a door. This is for you. And so then the door, without that bloody cable, will open up and it will come back on itself and be fastened back this way when we want to open it. So that's the idea. So with our CAD template, we'll position that on the piece of perspex. We had the perspex cut to the correct length, So it's just a case of marking down that edge and down that edge. And so there we go. They're the pieces to cut. So here we go with the first cut. I've put a new blade in. That works. So just get this started and be careful not to cut my table. There we are, first cut done. Wow. New blade cuts well. Now we've got the door cut for the starboard side, and the template cut beautifully, and the doors cut nicely. What we were surprised about though, and now that is the starboard template, was when we did the port side template, how much difference there was between the two sides. I overlay the top. It's bigger on the port side. And in fact, if you take some measurements, it can be up to 1.5 inches bigger, which is a bit worrying, because that's bigger than the perspex we've got. But I don't believe that's the case. But we are having difficulty actually getting the perspex cut to shape. I've done a rough cut, so that's rough cut, but it's not fitting right. I'm not quite sure why, so I'm going to have to wait for the hinges to come. And of course the other issue is this is the starboard side, and that's where the door is to go. So I can work from the pontoon on here, but on the port side we have no pontoon. So we try to do everything hanging off the edge of the boat, which is not easy. And that water is mucky and cold. Well, my hinges have arrived, so just how much gear do you need out in order to fit a door? Just about everything come out as usual on a boat. So I've just drilled out the holes, cut that piece away there, so I can mount the hinges onto this this upright. The hinge is on, so just need to line that one up a bit. I've got a little bit of fettling to do in this corner. It just touches the deck, obviously the deck slopes there, and then we've got a bit more fettling there just to take that off, and that'll fit in nicely, and then I can fit my jawm up around this area, and then we can work out how we're going to actually hold it back. So the jawm is going to go on around about there. It's a nice piece of teak, so we've just got to put a screw in, a few screws into that, and I've got some plugs to go over the top. Okay, so we've now started fitting the port side, and it's amazing how much different this is. I've got quite a bit of adjustment. I've just got it fastened loosely with one hinge, one bolt. Then I've got to try and cut this in and fit this, so it's going to be lots of scoring. I've got a bit to chop off the bottom, then I start letting it into the side to get this to fit better. But it's all over the show is this side. Don't understand it. It's completely, the starboard side was easy. This seems to be a bit of a pain, and it's the pain side. So what we're going to do now is just put a bend in here. It's taken me nearly 3 hours to fit this door, to get it to fit the shape, but now I need to put a bend on the top. So this is the difficult bit. There she goes. So that was a tough door to fit. For some reason the port side is difficult. It's a different shape, we don't quite know why. But we've got it in. I've just got to sort the catches out next. But that will look nice. And that curl on the top just adds a little bit of stiffness, as well as just clearing the canvas, so it's not going to cause us any other damage. Well, let's just have a look at some of the detailing we've had to do on these doors. What we've used is 4mm countersunk stainless steel machine screws. Now we've had to reverse them on this hinge here on the outside to stop the nuts binding on the support, and that's just the same down on here. So we were having trouble with binding when the door was shut. And if you hear some loud noises, the boat next door to us is removing a fuel tank. So if we look on the inside, what we've done, we've actually used the same countersunk machine screws, but countersunk into the perspex. So that's the same one. This is fuel tank removal. It's not that deep, is it? It's not that, yeah.
No, it's about, I think it's about 10 inches, 12 inches at the top.
Yeah.
It goes down to about 6 inches at the bottom, tapers down. Flat in the front and then tapers down.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not as big as I thought. Not as deep as I thought.
No, no. I think the old 115 Imperial.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is. Litres, about 500 litres, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And then on the john, which is a nice piece of teak, that's screwed onto the superstructure, and then we've just plugged the holes with some teak plugs, and then we've got that stiffening curl on the top. Trying your light again, Julian. So spring must be in the air. It's canvas clean time. I'll not make any comments about the sort of work, but this is the worst side. It's the side that's away from the pontoon itself, and we do tend to get a little bit of green coming on. Now we're trying actually a product that we've been advised to use, which is Patio Magic from a well-known hardware store. I'll not say who it is. cheap. We did use a canvas Renovo cleaner, but it's expensive is that, and this was £6 for nearly a gallon. So, and you water it down 4 to 1, so we'll see how it goes. It sort of seems to be taking the green. You can see the green coming up in the foam.
But let's be honest, I think this is the first time we've had to clean them the way we are in the 2.5, 3 years we've had the boat.
Yeah.
So the canvas has lasted. It's just probably been so wet over winter.
Well, hopefully we can see on there that's taking a lot of that green off. You just have to let that dry now. So it's had a good soaking and a good scrub. All together, Mick, come on. Nice even strokes.
No, you're on candid camera.